Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So I am back to work in our envelope journal. Hold on, I have a book in my way. So as promised, we would start today working with these envelopes. And if you haven't watched before, welcome. And we're taking junk mail or just things like these you find in catalogs, sometimes like order forms. Just random school, I don't even know what these are, Pioneer photo albums. So anyways, little file folder thing. This is a piece of an envelope. This is from the old Kodak when you take to get your film developed, and then more junk mail envelope. Anyways, we're going to turn this into a journal. So that's what I said we'd be doing today. So I think what we'll do today is hook this together. This is going to be part of it. This is what we made yesterday for the 50 Stack Challenge 6. This was elegant and what was it? Oh, splatters. The whole thing's covered in paint, watercolor splatters. So that is that. So now I need to think about how I'm going to hook this together. I kind of know because I thought it through while I was finding the different envelopes. So what I think I'm going to do, this one will get hooked on here, this envelope, but I think I'm going to have that up high. And then this will just get hinged. So it'll just be, you know, kind of like a flippy floppy. But I'll take it down to the other end of this piece. And then these two larger envelopes are going to be the front and back cover. So they'll just get, I'll just hook this kind of in the middle of those. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet, but I wanted to use it. And then this will go on front. I have decided that I'm not going to use this piece that's in here on the front. I don't know why. I just, like, I like it. I don't want to say I don't like it because I do like it. I just don't want it for the, I want something else for the front cover, and I have no idea what that is right now, but we'll get there. Oh, this piece has to go on too. This one will go, those will go like that, that one like that. This opens, so this can be a little writing spot or whatever, and this will hook on here. I'm starting to second guess, thinking, I wonder if I should cover this first. Or just torture myself with trying to cover it after. I think I might cover like this and then put this piece on, because once this piece is on, it would be very hard to put something on there. So I think I'll do that at least. And what we might do, and that won't even work. Okay, so let's get these out of the way, and then we'll put, do I want this or do I want a printed piece? Are you going to be able to see all that writing through? Doesn't look like it. Maybe a little. Let's use a piece of scrapbook paper. I have this piece that I liked. I thought it would go well with the colors. I think I might just use that to go right on there, because it definitely isn't going to show through there. So we need to mark where we need to cut. So really, I could sit here and measure all of this, but it's going to depend on the envelopes that you have in your like junk mail, or, you know, if you can find one of these little things in a magazine. But if you can't find one of these things, just grab a couple more envelopes and hook them to the other ones. And you can do that just by hinging using, I'm just going to use this to make my hinges to hook these other envelopes that are sealed. If they have a flap already, you can just use the flap. So just sit and, you know, grab a pile of envelopes and whatever you want to use. If you want to use other junk mail pieces, and kind of just put them together and figure out how you could turn them into a little folio journal type piece. Let me grab my cutter. Because as always, it's not in the spot I need it. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. I need to say hugs and blessings to Harriet, Sean, Tracy, and Eileen. I gotta cut off this white thing first. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your kind comments. The fact that you watch and comment makes me super happy. So thank you for doing that. And they're lovely comments as well. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me for a long time or a short time. I appreciate all of you very much. So it's Sunday for me. I'm just trying to get some stuff done because if the weather ever improves, we might actually be able to finish painting our garage doors. They're just, I mean, they look painted when you just look at them, but you know where they open and close? There's like white spots that we don't want, so, because we're like that. Those kind of things drive both of us crazy, so luckily it's both of us because... So, I don't know, I might be painting a day or whatever. And again, if I'm not around a day, that is why. But I will be back. I'm going to try to get all my videos done, but just in case, I'd like to tell you guys. Yeah, at least we're not doing any high painting. That part is done. Hallelujah. Well, it's not. There's another spot over by my daughter's, where her bedroom is upstairs. But it's a much better area to stand on and everything. It's not so slopey and small and crazy and scary. So, all the things, right? Oh, I guess I should figure out what end I'm putting this on. Okay, this is right. It was just upside down. But yeah. So it won't be near as terrifying. It's a much easier spot. You can just get on the ladder and get to it. And it'll be fine. Well, what used to be my daughter's room. I always say my daughter's room, my son's room, you know, but they don't live here anymore because they're grown-up kids. In fact, my son is officially in his last year of college, which is crazy. But, yeah, that's what next fall he'll start his last year of college. Unless he decides to go further, but as of now. Okay, we got that. That is nice. And then we can add that other pocket and it won't be so bad. And this will all get inked as well. So yeah, these starting points are always a little bit boring because, you know, it's all this randomo stuff that has to be done, but I think it'll be good once we get moving on it. A lot of these things are cool in here, but I really want to cover most of it, so I like that. That's going to probably be a writing spot. And then there's a pocket, envelope pocket kind of thing. So this will hook on here like this. And this will just flap over, so it can easily be opened out of the way so you can open this bit, right? So we're just going to hook that on. See, this color, it looks nice. It was a little bit thicker, so I thought it might work pretty well to do this part. Now, do I want it all the way? Yeah, I think I will put it near the bottom just because that way you can at least write a little something or put photograph or whatever you want to do there. I need to, that paper went all wrinkly. This envelope is a junk mail. That is one thing you have to deal with when using junk mail. Obviously it's not going to be all perfectly square, and well, nothing really is when you make it. It's all handmade, it's folded, it's whatever, you know what I mean? And this wasn't what these envelopes were meant to do. So trying to decide, if you're wondering what I'm hemming and hawing about. I think I might just do down this side to hold it, across the bottom and up this side. That way you could have a tag in there if you wanted. And I think this one is spoken for. I need to talk to, I guess you could say, the next person that wanted a journal. But if she doesn't want it, then we'll move on to the next person in line. I don't really do like a list generally. It's just whoever contacts me first. I've had a few people contact me, so I'm trying to, you know, keep track and stuff, because I want you guys, if you want one, I want you to be able to get one. I know it's hard. I wish I was one of those people that could make like 6 at a time or something, but my interest level doesn't work that way. I can't seem to do that. I have no interest in multiples. Like, it just, I can't do it. So I guess the good news is you're getting a one of a kind, so that's the good news. I mean, I may make a style again, like I've done those big flip-flop journals quite a few times, but they're all a bit different from each other. I just don't do well with the assembly line style. I wish I did, but I don't. That's my same problem with mass making ephemera too. It's the exact same thing. I just can't do it. I cannot get into that. Makes me lose my desire to do it at all. Okay, so that goes in there. It's not wanting to do it because it's tight now compared to what it was. And I did leave it so it hangs out. That part of the tag hangs out purposefully. I gotta have a drink, hold on. I feel like my mouth is very dry today. And I don't think the wind's ever gonna stop blowing here. It is incessant lately. Okay, so I don't want it. So I think I'm gonna just kind of have to hinge and hinge and hinge is what I'm thinking. But we don't have to do full hinges. You could do partial hinges, but now I'm thinking, do I want to cover this first? I could go to the back of it. These are the logistics of all of it. I might just put a hinge that goes around like that. I mean, you can construct them however you want. Oh, you know what would actually work really pretty well is the packing paper. Maybe I need to use packing paper. This one's really thin. I think I want one that's just a tiny bit thicker. I don't know why that other one is so thin, but it is. But I have miles of this packing paper. Miles and miles. I'm almost thinking I'll double it over. Will that be too thick of a hinge? I don't think so. I think that'll work. We don't want it to just, you know, fall apart. That would be terrible. So we'll double it. What you guys up to? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. We just sat inside pretty much all weekend. I mean, Friday we went and hung out with the kids, thankfully, because Saturday it rained all day yesterday. We wouldn't have been able to do anything. Anything. outside anyway. Which is what we like to do when we go see her. Is walk on the green belt. Oops. Oh, that wasn't very good, Amy. That can be the inside, I guess. Oh, there we go. It worked. It was forgiving. I think I'll cut it with one of the cutters. Because if I try to tear that with the wet glue, it's not going to end well. The only problem is I want to use this one. So let's see. I'm just going to do it the length of this piece and not worry about it being the whole length. Because as long as it attaches, like I said, you could do little hinges if you wanted to. Like 3 little hinges or whatever. Oh, I'm such a dingling. I need that to be down so I can cut it off. I'm going to leave a little extra because I'm going to cut the other end as well so that they both have that torn look. Oh, did it not? I just didn't want to come out of there. I'm like, seriously? So now I can flip it over. I don't need to see the mark. I just want to cut a little bit off of here. The only thing is this thing doesn't love to cut a little bit at all. Sorry, that wrecked your eardrums. It's a loud one, this Timmy cutter. I've said it before, but I wonder how he feels about being called Timmy by all the ladies. Poor guy. He's probably like you guys. I'm too old to be called Timmy. But, you know, blame Gail. At least that's who I blame, because she started it. She's so sweet, though. How could you ever be mad at her, right? That's Gail Augustinelli. If you don't know, I would think that most everybody does. But if you're just starting and you happen to stumble on me before her somehow. But yeah, she's fantastic. Okay, so now I have a hinge that I can hinge. We'll just do the front to the back, I think. Oh, wait, let me see. Do I need to hook this? I might want to hook this. I don't want it to go back onto this page, though. Again, I didn't think that through. Well, it won't now. So we're going to have to put it on here. But that's okay, because then we can cover it easily. Okay, let's do that after we hinge this part together. One thing at a time, and then I have this that needs to come out of there. So many envelopes. Okay. So see, the good part about getting the hinging and all that done first is that you'll get to cover up a lot of it. So you won't have to look at it. So yes, why am I inking it? I don't know. It's called Habit. Habit. You might see some of this back part, though. Because that's what I do. I ink. Okay, so we'll hook the front part on here. Like so. And you can use any glue. I mean, liquid glue, the glue stick would probably work fine. If you have a good glue stick. Mine is very good. I do love the Scotch permanent glue stick. I'm not a fan of many other ones because I don't have luck with them. But if you have luck with yours, use it. You could use Fabri-Tac. You could use PVA, which is what this is. You could use Tacky glue. Whatever floats your boat, man. Because it's paper. Paper's pretty easy to glue. Paper to paper. That is. Now we have hinge. That we're gonna hook onto this. Oh, you know what? This one does have a bottom. The front one has no top and no bottom. So I'm gonna have to deal with that too. You don't want to strangle this on here. You don't want to like try to yank it so super tight, because that'll just make it hard. You know, it might kind of pucker open. So just, you know, close it over. Don't go crazy with the pulling on it or anything. Because it is only going to get thicker like they do. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of a gap there, and that's good. You don't want to, again, make it so tight in the inside that you can't put anything in it. There we go. So that's good. And I got those hooked on. And then this one goes inside. This will go, I think I'm just going to put it on like this. I want it to go all the way to the back. I mean, it could go all the way with that big of a gust on it. I just realized that's ripping right there, so we're gonna have to deal with that. I think I might want to kind of cover it anyway, so I think I'll take a piece of this and make it a little covered bit, because that's pretty screaming yellow for my taste, or whatever color you would call that. I don't know. Not one of my favorites. So yeah, just go through your junk, whatever you have, even old, you know, stuff around the house that who knows. Whatever you got. Just gonna tear the bottom of this off because we don't need it all. Now this is mainly just to cover this, and also because of that little tear up there. I don't want it to go tearing further, because that would be unhappy days if that tore off. And it could, because it's older. The kid next door is having a graduation party, so there's high schoolers everywhere, which is awesome. It's fun time in their life. I can't imagine how crowded our high school is now. It was crowded when my son graduated. And they had just built a new high school as my daughter was going into high school. So like 4 years before that. 5 years before that. So So yeah, it's crazy. How much this area has grown is just beyond understanding. So I bet those kids are happy to be graduating. They have, my kids and my niece call them cheese grater walls, because they have this rock on the walls down the hallways, which are huge, big, wide hallways. But when the school gets overcrowded, they run each other into the walls, because, you know, that's what nice kids do to each other. And it scratches you all up, because they're like, yeah, really icky rock, not smooth rock. So, yeah. So I bet they're happy to be graduating. Okay. And then we'll hook that one on here like this. That'll work good. I think I'll use the PVA. I know, I keep switching glues, sorry. I just kind of wanted the liquid. I'm not going to go all the way down there, even though I just did that with the big glob. So all this will get covered. You won't even see all this, because I know you're probably thinking, wow, that looks really junky. And you can do, if you like the look of just having all these random things together, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can totally make a journal and not cover all the stuff, because that's just another way of doing it. I just like to cover mine, because I like, my favorite part of making journals is decorating them. So, but if you're like, you know, that's not a true junk journal or whatever, then, you know, you can do it with just whatever's here. And it does end up looking pretty cool, because it's just all found objects, basically. So if you like to do that, you can totally do that. Make another hinge here. Now this hinge I'm going to make as just as long as this piece is. Oh, I want the torn edge though. So that one will go on the same way. I'm trying to decide, do I want it all the way down here? I think I do. That. Yep, that'll work. Oopsie. And the whole thing is, if you make it and you're like, oh, this is dumb. We've all been there. You can, you know, it's just paper. You're just making it, especially if you're just using junk mail and stuff like that. Who cares? Just toss it if you don't like it. But at least you're trying to reuse and recycle and do all those good things, right? And if it works out that it's awesome, well, there you go. That's a lot right there. I want to get this pretty much down at the bottom here, and I got the hinge a little crooked, so I'm trying to make sure the other part's even. That needs to be fixed. That's part of the envelope. I should have done that first, but I didn't. Okay, and then now we gotta hook the big one on. See, this one's open top and bottom, so what I might do is close the bottom first and then hinge it. It'll just, I think, be a little easier. Maybe not. I'll use this scrap of paper. Oh, you know what I might do? I think I will. Oh, you know what? That's going to be upside down when it goes to the other side. I think I'll use it down the side, and we'll make this the hinge for the side. Yeah, that will work. So I'll put some of this on the bottom because it doesn't really matter what direction it goes. It's just going to go. Oh. Oh, I don't even need that much because this little piece is so tiny. So we'll just put it on and then figure that out. Yeah, I don't know what whoever was thinking that designed that high school with those walls. I remember it got very crowded before they built the second high school when my niece was there. I went to pick her up one day and she was on one side of the hall and I was on the other side. And it was literally a sea of kids. I'm not kidding you. Like wall to wall to wall to wall. I mean, you couldn't get 2 inches between them. And I had to take her to an appointment. Didn't have time. So I just kind of swam through, grabbed her, pushed our way back. It's like, sorry guys, but gotta get through here. But I didn't push anybody into the cheese grater wall. Yeah, I know this is super fun, but I can wipe off that ink off of the plastic when I'm done. But this is a good idea to do this if you're going to collage around these, because as you saw yesterday with that envelope I did, it's really hard to just get around those corners perfectly without anything showing. So if you don't want the white paper showing, just put a little ink on it and voila. Then you don't have to worry about it. I don't think I want it like this. So I'm going to put the glue on here. I think that'll be easier. Because then I'll get the spot I need. My husband and I are anxiously waiting to see Skinwalker Ranch. And Blind Frog Ranch and all those shows that we like coming back out soon. I think it's the first part of June. They're just so crazy. It's like watching a train wreck. You can't stop yourself because you're like, what is going on? Okay, so now I've sealed the bottom of that envelope and covered it. So nice. This side I'm just going to use this. Oh, we got to get under here. Check all your envelopes. Be smart, unlike what I did there. That way they'll be all ready to go. And the other one, we'll try to make a hinge that'll hinge all the way around that. And I'll worry about the rest later. But we'll get that blue ick off. And we'll use a piece of this. You're not going to see a whole lot of it from the front, but that's okay. This was just a scrapbook paper pad I had. I think I got it at Joann's, so unfortunately probably can't get it anymore. But you know, there's lots of places that have this stuff. Scrapbook paper. Well, not so much anymore, honestly. But you can use whatever you want. You can use digitals or the brown paper bag stuff will work. That's what I said I was going to use, and here I am not using it. But I'm sure I'll use it for other stuff. I don't really have to go all the way to the bottom. I could kind of tear it a little bit more unevenly for there. Yeah, and that wind. I want the wind to stop. I thought of it because the flag across the street is just whipping and whipping and whipping. It's crazy how much we've had. If you keep these bigger glue bottles pushed right up against your paper, you can kind of get a little bit thinner line of glue rather than just absolute globs, because it will do that. It will glob like crazy. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. I think this will be a fun little journal we'll play with. I mean, it's not huge, but and you could keep adding. You know, you don't have to stop where I stopped. Oh, I guess I should have gone all the way to the bottom, huh? Grr. It's okay. It will work just fine. Okay, I think I'm going to use this again. don't want to pull it too tight. Here I am telling you guys, don't pull it too tight. Now, super helpful, right? It's to be difficult on here, so I think I'm going to kind of alrighty, there it is. We have this page, we got a little glue in here. We have a flippy doodah, more glue. It's always a good idea before you just close it up and walk away to make sure everything is gonna work. And that Kodak, this one, and this one will open out like this. There's a envelope pocket here, and then I'm gonna decorate this one and it'll go there. Then we have this flips out, and this one has a pocket here. This flips out that way. Writing space would be good there. And it goes this way, and there's a pocket here. And there's also a pocket here, which that's a great tag for that. And then this envelope with the big journaling card. And voila! So really just play with your envelopes and, you know, just think how you can kind of put them together or whatever. Because you can hinge them if they don't have the flaps anymore, because you saw mine that are glued together. This flap is still glued down, so just cut it open somewhere. And yeah, just use whatever you've got to turn it into a fun little journal. So that is what I have for you guys today. I hope that was sort of helpful. And I will see you again soon. Love ya. Bye.